This is our midterm exam review. This is part 4, starting at number 42. 3p minus 1 equals 5 times p minus 1 equals 2 times 7 minus 2p. What we need to do is we need to simplify both sides. 3p minus 1 is already simplified since we can't do anything else to that. But in order to simplify that right side, we can distribute into both of these sets of parentheses. 5 times p will be 5p, and 5 times negative 1 will be a minus 5 or negative 5. Negative 2 times 7 will be minus 14, and negative 2 times negative 2p is a positive 4p. At this step, what we need to do is we need to combine all our like terms. 5p and 4p are like terms, so 5p plus 4p is 9p, and negative 5 and negative 14 are like terms, so negative 5 minus 14 is negative 19, and it's still equal to 3p minus 1 over here. Okay. At this point, we have variables on both sides of the equal sign. 3p on the left, 9p on the right. You want to move your smaller variable over to your larger one. So 3p is smaller than 9p. That's a positive 3p. We want to bring it on over. So in order to do that, we want to undo plus 3p. So subtract 3p. You subtract it on the left, you have to subtract it on the right to keep it balanced. These will cancel each other out. Don't forget the negative that goes with the 1 equals 9p minus 3p is 6p. Bring down our 19. Now we got our p variables on the right side, so move everything else to the other side. Everything else meaning negative or minus 19. Undo minus 19 by adding 19. If you add it on the right, add it on the left. Now we have negative 1 plus 19, opposite terms, so subtract the absolute values. 19 minus 1 is 18, and since 19 is farther away from 0, it'll stay positive, equals 6p, and these two will cancel each other out. That means 6 times p, so undo 6 times something by dividing by 6. And if you divide the right by 6, you have to divide the left by 6. 18 divided by 6 is 3, and these two will cancel each other out, equals p. So p equals 3. 43 says 5x minus 5 equals 3x minus 9. Again, move your variable terms all to the same side. Move the smaller variable 3x over to the larger 5x. That's positive or plus 3x. Undo that by subtracting 3x. If you subtract 3x on the right, you have to subtract 3x on the left. 5x minus 3x is 2x. Bring down your minus 5 equals, these two will cancel each other out. Don't forget your negative that goes with the 9. Your x's are all on the left side now, so move everything else, meaning minus 5 over to the opposite side. Undo minus 5 by adding 5. You add it to the left, you need to add it to the right side. Now what we have is 2x minus 5 plus 5 cancels out, equals negative 9 plus 5, opposite terms, so subtract the absolute values. 9 minus 5 is 4, and since 9 is farther away from 0, it'll stay negative 4. Now we're trying to get x by itself. This says 2x or 2 times x. Undo 2 times something by dividing by 2. You do it on the left, you need to do it on the right side. These two will cancel each other out and leave you with just x. Negative 4 divided by 2, and negative divided by positive is going to be a negative 2. Okay, for number 44, 8d minus 4d minus 6d minus 8 equals 2d. You need to put all of your like terms together. We have 8d, we got minus 4d, and we got minus 6d. All of those are d terms. So 8d minus 4d is 4d, and 4d minus 6d will be negative 2d. Bring down your minus 8 equals 2d. Now get all your d terms or your variable terms to the same side. Move your smaller one over to your larger one. Negative 2d is smaller than positive 2d. So undo that negative 2d or minus 2d by adding 2d. You add 2d to the left, you need to add 2d to the right. These two will cancel each other out. Don't forget your negative that goes with the 8. 2d plus 2d is going to be 4d, or 4 times d. Undo 4 times something by dividing by 4. You divide the right by 4. Make sure you divide the left by 4. Negative 8 divided by positive 4. It's a negative divided by positive is going to be a negative. 8 divided by 4 is 2. These two will cancel each other out. Equals d. So d equals negative 2. 45 said the perimeter is 24 centimeters. Find the value of x. Perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. If you cannot remember that formula, think about the perimeter being the fact that it's all the way around. If you have a length measurement and a width measurement, you know that 3x centimeters is what we'll call the length for this. Remember, it doesn't matter what you call what. This one's 3x centimeters. And we have a width. We'll call this one the width, 3 centimeters. This one will be 3 centimeters as well. So what you need to do is you need to plug your values in. We have our first thing. It says the perimeter is 24 centimeters. So in place of P, we'll plug in 24 centimeters. Then it's 2 times the length. We're calling our length in this case 3x centimeters. And again, if you call it the other one, it is okay. So 3x centimeters. Plus 2 times the width, and we're calling our width in this case 3 centimeters. So all we did was plugged in 24 centimeters in place of our P, 3x centimeters in place of L, and 3 centimeters in place of W. Notice we went from having, if you count them, we went from having 1 variable, 2 variables, 3 variables, which you won't be able to solve if they have 3 variables, to now we only have 1 variable, and that's that x that's in this part right here. So let's simplify everything we have. We can't do anything to 24 centimeters yet. I'm going to go ahead and take the units off just so we can see it a little bit more clearly. 24 centimeters. 2 times 3x is going to be 6x. And 2 times 3 will be plus 6. So now you have 24 equals 6x plus 6. Do just like we've been doing. Get rid of plus 6 by subtracting 6. If you subtract it on the right, subtract it on the left. 24 minus 6 is 18. 6x. And these two will cancel each other out. That means 6 times x, so divide by 6. You divide by 6 on the right, you have to do it on the left. 18 divided by 6 is 3, equals these will cancel each other out, x. So 3 is equal to x. A 16-ounce bottle of water costs $1.44. What is the cost per ounce? So cost per ounce. That's how you have to set it up. Cost per ounce. It says we know our cost is $1.44. So on top, we're going to write $1.44. Our ounces we know is 16 ounces. Okay, so we have $1.44 divided by 16 ounces, and it'll give us a nice round integer number, 9. And it's going to be 9 cents. And it's going to wind up being not. Yeah, it's going to wind up being 9. What it winds up being is it's 9 cents written that way per 1 ounce. Now it fits the units that we have. It doesn't change the fact that it is in fact 9 cents, but 9 cents per 1 ounce. And all you need to do again, make sure you have it set up the correct way here, where it's cost per ounce, and then put the number or the monetary value, $1.44 in this case, over the amount of ounces, which is 16. Next one says a car is driving at a speed of 60 miles per hour. What is the speed of the car in feet per minute? So what we have now is we have 60 miles per 1 hour. Okay, that's how you'd write that. In order to convert it, you have to do this in a lot of science classes, but in order to convert it to feet per minute, we need to convert miles to feet. Okay, so that'll be our first conversion. So we need to multiply by, now we have miles. If you look at this first fraction, miles are on the top. So in 1 mile, we want to make sure our miles are on the bottom to where we can cancel them out. And in 1 mile, there are 5,280 feet. Again, that's not I'll have that number written for you on a test day. It'll help you out if you learn that number, though, you don't have to look for it. Okay, so that's our first conversion from miles to feet. But it says from miles per hour to feet per minute. So we also have to convert hours to minutes. Okay, if you look at the first fraction, hours are on the bottom. So our next one we multiply by, we want 1 hour to be on the top. You always want it to be the opposite. If it's numerator, you want it to be on the denominator, and if it's in the denominator, you want it in the numerator. And in 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. And here's the reason that we want them to be opposite, because at this point we can cancel everything out. Miles is on the top and it's on the bottom, so we can cancel it out. Hours is on the bottom and it's on the top, so we can cancel it out. And as you look at the units, the only unit we have on the top now is feet, and the only unit we have on the bottom now is minute. Okay, so if you multiply straight across, we'll do the bottom one first. 1 times 1 times 1 is 60 minutes. That's a simple one. 60 minutes. And if you multiply 60 times 5,280 times 1, you get 316,800. So 316,800 feet in 60 minutes, but it's per 1 minute. That's what you're looking for. So what you need to do is you need to change this one more time to where it's 1 minute at the bottom, which means we need to divide that number 316,800. And if you did it in a calculator, just leave it in there and then press divide by 60. And you'll get 5,280 feet. Okay, and that makes sense because that's how long a mile is, 5,280 feet. If you were quick enough to know that you're going 60 miles per hour, that means in 1 hour you're going 60 miles, which means every minute you have to go at least 1 mile. So 5,280 feet. It'll be, again, that's for a lot of people, that's hard to make that connection. But for some people, if that makes sense to you, roll with it. It'll help you out and make you go a lot faster. $7.80 per hour equals how many cents per minute? Okay, so we have to do 2 conversions again. We have $7.80 per 1 hour. Okay, we have to convert dollars to cents, so we're going from dollars to cents. We have dollars on the top of our fraction, so we want to make sure $1 is on the bottom of our second fraction. And in $1, there are 100 cents. That's our first conversion. Our second conversion is from hours to minutes. Okay, so hours are on the bottom of our first fraction. We want to make sure 1 hour is on the top of our last fraction. So in 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. And again, the reason we want them to be opposite, tops and bottoms, is because we can cancel them out. Dollars will be canceled out here and here. To use 2 different colors. And hours will be canceled out here and here. What you're left with is cents over minutes, which is what you're looking for, cents per minute. Now what you need to do is you need to multiply straight across. $7.80 times 100 times 1, the easy way to do that is you just move the decimal 2 spots and you get 780 cents. And then 1 times 60 is going to be over 60 minutes. So you have 780 divided by 60 is going to give you, we'll simplify that, 13 cents per 1 minute. So 13 cents a minute. Simple conversion. Again, the trick to conversions is make sure that when you're multiplying it, you're multiplying the opposite. If it's at the top, put it at the bottom, and the bottom the top. Okay, proportions are easy. With this one, all you have to do is cross multiply. 2 over 10 equals 11 over x. 2 times x is 2x. Equals 10 times 11 is 110. So 2x equals 110, or 2 times x, divide by 2. Divide the left, you have to divide the right. These will cancel. X equals 55.